Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the BNR Xfinity Series. This is the last race before playoffs. So, things are going to get spicy out there. But, what is up, Ernie? How are you, buddy? You see here Joe Stite in the 13 Ford. Getting ready to go out there and do his lap. These boys have 84 laps tonight. 2 quick fixes. All that other good stuff. Good evening there, Stanley. Nice to see you. Hopefully the stream holds up today. That's what I'm hoping. Now that I said it, I'm probably going to jinx myself. But we'll see. Ooh. See Zachary Rongitz with a 54-1. Randy behind by .01. Very close. Could Joe snag the pole away? Oh, there goes Randy on his final lap. Can he get it? No, he didn't. But Joe moves up to P3. Nick Rader, ladies and gentlemen, on top there. Josh Small moves up to P4. Brandon Moore jumps up to P4. Great run by Brandon. Anywho, go over a little race day info here. As we see here, track temperature is 93 degrees. Current weather temp is 71 degrees Fahrenheit, 53% humidity, partly cloudy. 1 mile per hour wind. They do have 50% fuel. 5 sets of tires, 84 laps, which is 223 miles. They actually have 2 quick fixes, not 1. They do have 2 attempts at a green-white checkered. And Zachary Rongitz was last week's winner. $21 guys tonight, so... Oh, hello. Hello, Will!
Hello! Hello!
How are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
We're doing alright. Oh, and that came to the end of qualifying here, Will.
That is interesting. Looks like only a handful qualified.
Yes. Now I'll go over to starting grid. So starting P1. Wow. Ernest King. P2 Nick Rader. P3 Zach Rongitz. P4 is Brandon Moore. P5 will be Randy Koken. P6 will be Stanley Jr. P7 will be Chris Schaefer. P8 will be Josh. P9 will be Joe. P10 will be Phil. P11 will be Daryl. P12 will be Kyle. P13 will be the Carter man himself, Mr. Jacob. P14 will be James Selner. P15 will be Jim Coleman'sberger. P16 will be Kevin Roy. P17 will be the man, Tyler Myers. P18 will be AJ DeMarzo. P19, the good man himself, Richard Johns. P20, the old hot rocket there, Delta, Robert Amaro. And P21 will be Brandon LaHillier. Well, another Super Speedway showdown here, sir.
Yes, Brian, indeed, another super speedway. Uh, it appears to be,
Oh, yeah.
and it is yet again Talladega.
Everybody's favorite track.
Either Nick Rader forgot to add the number 4, or it's just in the wrong paint scheme.
I do believe Nick's in the wrong paint scheme.
I do believe so as well. Go in car, but go in car with who? Oh, Randy. We will momentarily, at some point, Randy, go on board with a lot of fellas. You may be at that point. At some point, yes, indeed. I'll stumble over that in just a moment or two. Some more. Look at that sun drop car.
A Brandon Moore. Well, I'm glad the garage there likes to take out majority of the screen here.
Well, it's one of them things.
But, well, as they get ready to go green and the green flag is out.
Pretty even Stevens start by both lanes of traffic. You can see the teammates trying to get lined up as quick as possible there on the first 3 cars on the bottom lane. 24, 48, and 88. Randy just there, being a lone wolf, lone survivor. Good qualifying position for Randy. I believe the top 11 or 12 qualified. Everybody on back. The bottom 10 split from that point down. Did not try to do their own thing, stay out of the big one if it was to occur. But really double file from about 7th on back, I believe. 6th on back. Yes, that was correct. Schaefer in the 23 didn't quite have a run, but he was peaking nevertheless.
Phillip right there in that black pink number 5 Chevy Camaro there.
Yeah, I really like what he did with a reversal type of scheme. Last time out, it was kind of a black base. Now we got a white base, so very creative with the flipping of the scheme. But yes, just riding there in that bottom lane. Bottom lane seems to be the lane to go. Everybody just riding at the moment. Wasn't too keen. Not too many people in the garage area to talk to this evening. At the moment of me stumbling through. But I heard the other evening the 50% fuel tanks here in the BNR Xfinity Series. I heard 17 laps, so we're going to go with 17 until we see otherwise. But looks to be quite racy, though. We got a second lane trying to form. That is Jacob Carter and Brandon Moore leading that outside lane. Joe Stipe comes up, and they're going to work with Joe, it looks like, if he can hold a pretty wheel. That's all you need to do here. Sometimes it's harder than people think, and other times it's pretty easy, but all in the right settings and everything. Schaefer coming up. Now he sees that run forming in his mirror on that high side. He wants to lead it. But that kind of all this is sometimes where a wreck can happen, Brian.
Oh
Joe
yeah.
wasn't comfortable with pushing. He wanted to be pushed. Maybe if he just falls in line between a couple of people he feels comfortable with there.
There's
Guess he wasn't just comfortable with Schaefer, but
Robert Amaro
oh
making
my
his way.
goodness, I love that Robert Amaro 77 car. Look at that. It's a Jack Daniels car. Dave Blaney, Clint Boyer car right there. That is nice. That is nice. I really like that going on the 77.
Oh yeah.
Jacob Carter trying to side draft the 77.
You see
That
AJ
may
trying to
have.
do it, and then there that goes.
Oh man. Oh, the 45, the 23, and the 16 went underneath the 45, Brian. I mean,
Yes.
completely under. Cleared him, I do believe. We're going to have to ride on board with Schaefer because he'll have a front row seat for that. Maybe even Junior might too. Yeah, side drafting going into the corners, it's okay to do it on the straightaways. I want to believe on the straightaways, but going in, and it seems like in the center and exit of these corners on iRacing, it just seems to be a no-no, and you'll just have some net code or a lag spike or a bubble, whatever you fancy it, whatever you want to call it. Pick your poison. Multiple names for it, but the best that has occurred in the recent few couple of years, I guess, has been netcode, and we're going to ride on board on the hood of the 23 here of Schaefer. Not necessarily the hood, the roof. Oh, never mind. We get the Jack Daniels mobile. We'll get Schaefer here in a minute. You can just see though. Oh man, wow. That's almost Ricky Craven-esque, or and who did that as well? Michael Waltrip, Ryan Newman. Before, if I'm not mistaken, before 1995, 94. Trying to remember what year it was that there was no catch fencing up until I want to say 94. Anyway, going into turn one, like it stopped, like right before turn one. So there was no catch fencing up there. So like, just imagine race cars just flying off the track during a crash. Just don't imagine it. It happened. Like there's races that you can go and look up on YouTube, and yeah, just whoopsie daisy, just go flying off. Jimmy Horton flew off the track in turn one, landed on the other side of the embankment, and the car looked like it had been swept up by a tornado and just flung down on the ground as hard as possible.
I think.
Like, no, go
I
ahead.
think. I think AJ forgot to add another 5.
Yes, yes, he did. AJ's 55. It's okay, I suppose. We would like to see the correct. It's almost like seeing someone's name spelt out and you misspell it, or maybe you mispronounce it per se. And you want to get better at it, or you want to be like, hey, you want to see the actual numbers that you're supposed to be. But thank goodness we have it on the scoring tower or the scoring and timing and everything. And that's always a relief. Well, 5 laps, Brian, before we saw the first caution. I'm surprised with in and of itself on that. That's amazing because I kind of thought we was going to see it perhaps maybe sooner, but we did not. So anyway, uh, Brian, haven't asked you this yet, but now we're going to. Who's your sleeper for tonight's race here?
My sleeper. I would probably have to go with Jim
Jim Coleman'sberger
Coleman'sberger.
from up there in the Northeast.
Who
Pennsylvania
would be
correctly,
your
right?
New Jersey?
New Jersey. Oh, well, they're close. Close enough.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Uh,
Anyway, similar. Not
and
really,
then
but
your sleeper would
who?
be.
Well, if we're going with sleepers, true sleepers, someone that would just surprise the heck right out of you. Well, if they could keep their nose clean all day, and it may be a tough one, and I'm going with a true wild one, and I'm throwing it out there, but it's a guy that has so much experience, in my opinion, at a facility or a place, a racetrack like this, and that would be Robert Amaro in the '77 Jack Daniels whiskey, '77. Just because of how much time he puts into his super speedway program.
Oh yeah.
But that's only if he can.
But anyway, let's go Raider. Yes, Raider is P2. His teammate Ernest King is there in the front. So you got Ernest King. Ernest King on the inside, Nick Raider on the outside. And thank you for cheering on your drivers tonight. Always good to see that.
And right behind the two RKR Motorsports teammates on the front row, you got Zachary Rongich in the '88 and Randy Coaching uh, in the '19 there in third and fourth. AJ DeMarzo. We're going to get it right the second time, hopefully, and only make it two. Uh, as we mentioned, aforementioned, Robert Amaro, Philip Bridgman. We got Junior down there, Joe Stite, Kyle Heath. Uh, Look at that in the Dasani 54. Didn't quite get his painter yet to come up with Ami Marie's Xfinity car. You know, it's kind of awkward and weird to me how you just can't like overlay and like I guess stretch, and I guess it's different body styles. And I'll stop now, but coming to the restart here, lap 9. Uh, so I would suspect the teammates, that's pretty decent jump. Randy almost caught sleeping, but just anywho, looks like RKR front 4 on that inside lane. Randy just, let's see if he's going to get left out here by everybody. I expect he doesn't really have anybody behind him. They're all trying to get to the bottom as quick as possible. But, oh, and there's Randy getting to the bottom as quick as possible. So everybody lined astern all the way down from beyond 10th, I would imagine. That's what it kind of looks like. Good
There we are, we're back. Alright. Sorry about that. We are back live and kicking here. As you see, 11 of 84 complete. As they get Bobby and all types of swirly. Oh, they got put 3 wide there. As the 54 picks up. The 13 and the 29 will go to the outside. As Joe Stipe gets that run with Kyle Heath and Jim Coleman-Sreger and Kevin Roy and Darrell Wells.
Yeah, pretty good outside lane trying to form now, Brian.
Yeah, lately Twitch been being silly. That's right. It happens, you know. Now Phillip jumps to the outside there to get that momentum and that 5 of the Pink Venom, Black Pink Chevy. I almost slipped and said Yoda.
Well, you never almost know. Sometimes in the trucks he's in a Toyota, and you just never know sometimes what some drivers are going to be in. That is true.
Well, they now have 2 lanes here.
You know, it looked like Phillip kind of got a bit bored or tired of running that bottom. He was just kind of stuck going nowhere, and then the outside lane is almost stalled, and they haven't really, they're not going anywhere. And somebody just disappeared on the bottom lane, and
that would be Nick Rader.
No, that was Wrongich.
Oh,
that was
yes.
Zachary Wrongich. Apparently, all of a sudden, his engine said no more, and that is one RKR car no more, I guess you could say. Just all of a sudden, bloop, and he was gone. But Ernest King leading.
Oh, they're 3 wide.
Rader.
They're 3 wide.
Yes, they are.
Yes, he did get
sent into another realm. Oh,
I got
Marley,
sent to
hello.
another
He's
realm.
not racing. Yes, the Shadow Realm devoured the 88 machine.
There we go. It is back. I don't understand why it's doing this. I really don't. But anyway, sorry about that. I guess Twitch is being on its whole nother level. Yeah, we're back. My apologies there, everybody. It seems like for us, it's the way it goes sometimes. But Hackett is back. Hopefully it stays back. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, as we see here, up here towards the front,
two good lanes, and it's all about having the right people in the right places, Brian, and just trying to get these lanes sorted out. Sometimes that's all it takes. And you got Philip Bridgman pushing the ever-loving mess out of Schaefer there in that 23 green and white machine leading that outside lane. Robert Amaro has jumped up to that outside lane. Now, Joe Stipe, nothing against Joe. I think he tried to go back to the rear of the field earlier and just couldn't. And I
oh,
think he. Oh, Jim Coleman'sberger got pushed in the trial by someone who probably wasn't familiar with Jim.
Myers.
Oh no! Tyler Myers was all over the back of Jim for some strange reason at that portion of the track, and that is a Brian. Come on, we all know a big no-no to
Yes.
be just swerving urban all over the back of someone like that. That is now this front pack, and there's no caution because the wreck occurred and it swooped. It was like a big giant hand of air swooped all those guys just down off the track and no caution. Maybe once we get a break in the action, we can go back and look at this carnage that unfolded, because there are some people that did done wreck. The pit road went tripified, and some people went into the pits because after they mowed the grass, they went into the pits. So that kind of got triggered. But Robert Amaro, just thinking his lucky stars, I was going to say scars, he could be scarred for life after that, but probably not. No, man, it's never the guy that caused a wreck that gets involved in the
Pit stops
wreck,
are happening now.
because look at Tyler Myers. He is right there in hog heaven. He is. It's like nothing happened for Tyler Myers, but for about 8 people, their whole race is down the tubes, down the drain, down the tube. But yeah, pit stops occurred. We had a good, wasn't quite 17 laps. How many laps was that? We went back green at 9. What was that, 12? No.
I am not sure.
Well, okay, some stayed out. There were some that stayed out. So, like, a lot of people, so okay, that makes sense. Well, we saw, indeed.
Philip getting left out to dry there.
Well, this may be intentional. I just think everybody is maybe trying to get to the bottom to find the best way into pit road, Brian. Pit stops could be occurring sooner rather than later. And just either that or we're just in right around mode at the moment. After
I do
that,
think they're probably in right around mode.
well, you had that calamity that occurred all because someone was a bit greedy and wanting to push through the tri-oval, and all there is to it, don't know what else you want to call it, ruined some people's races, at least at the moment. But yes, I agree.
I mean, I guess that's probably what you get for being a Patriots fan, but that's a whole nother topic.
Well, I mean, just some people got to understand and realize where to push and where not to put, when to push and when not to push, where to push and where not to push, when to push. Anywho, Randy all of a sudden just was like, abort, I'm going up top. I don't want to be here anymore. Maybe he was one, wasn't he?
He just
Yes,
pitted
Randy was.
with the first
Yes,
pack.
yes, indeed.
These boys
I
do
don't.
that.
Well, Tyler, you and me know that some people just think they got to win it on whenever they can get up near the front, you know. But doesn't work like that. Like you said, long way to go. We just got to a quarter mark into the race. 24 laps have been complete of an 84 lap race.
It is back. Huh, just in time. Oh, Carter.
And indeed, you're correct, just in time to see green flag scheduled pit stops here at Talladega.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna go back to the other software that I was using. I don't understand why uh, this is doing this. Oh well, it happens. I do believe, and I just don't get it. So
And this may be the lead threesome once, maybe. Using wah. Anyone heard that?
out of 8.9 second pit stops, 7.3. A lot more people coming into the pits. Well, let's see if it does it again.
Well, if I was a betting man.
Yeah, we're gonna try different software for tomorrow, and oh god, it's about to. Oh my god.
Yes, the great equalizer pit stops. Let's see. Wait, I thought Zachary Rongich, oh wow, he has re-entered the race, everybody. Look at that.
There's Mr. Johns in the 16.
Well, you know, if we got like, well, we got LaHillier and Johns as well. Uh, you know, if we just had a slew of cautions, Brian, at any given moment, uh, all these fellas can get their laps back, no problem. We just need a lot more cautions.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost want to think that everybody somewhat got everything almost sorted and straightened out for the most part, especially after Myers had to. Anyway, we shall not talk about it much longer. That's just insulting at this point. Anywho, we know what done happen, so we don't need to just keep living in the past about it, Brian. Anywho, the top 5 rundown.
Yes, he
Any
chastained it. Yes.
Yes, that is one word to put it. The 55 of AJ is the leader at the moment. Nick Rader in second place. Now we got Ernest King in third. Jacob Carter in that 20 mobile. And Schaefer and Junior side by side somehow or another. I would suspect they should just want to ride around a little bit. But no one's never too comfortable with that.
Well, if I do believe RKR is 1, 2, 3, and 21st.
Yeah, that's what it says. But they're 1, 2, 3, 4 on
And
track.
yes.
Ernest King in that 24, just setting pretty, having a better race than he had Tuesday in the truck race. That is for sure. For the most part.
There will be, which will come more towards the end. That's what happened in the trucks. You see Jacob not giving a hoot, so. Oh, Ernie just moved freaking Brad.
Might have been a little bit of neck code there. Can't really tell. That's not totally a good camera angle, to be honest, from that situation right there.
Nope, but you got Jacob Carter in their view, and Stanley Jr. and Schaefer and Bridgman. Well, Schaefer, because then 9 seconds back from them is Philip, Josh, and James, and unfortunately 16 seconds back is Kyle.
Well, I guess karma got the better of Tyler Myers. He is one lap down. Don't know what happened to him, but maybe speeding penalty or damage repair.
I knew
Who knows?
him and Joe had to make an extra stop, so
Ah,
something might have happened to Mr. Stipe. So.
sorry for the heavy breathing. It happens sometimes. Anyway, so 32 laps into this race. One caution, probably should have had two by now, but there wasn't. So I'm not the caution caller of this race. Trust me, if I was race control, there would have been a caution for whatever of that scuffle that happened through the triable area. That would give anyone some Vietnam flashbacks, that's for sure.
Vietnam!
But teammates setting pretty up here. Then you got some independent drivers, I would say, just sticking it right behind them. And we got some lappers just on their coattails or amongst the lead pack here, or the lead snake line, which John's up in this pack. We got Zachary Rongich as well, just riding around in the train, the lead train. There are 4 cars. My apologies. Got to recount, go back to school. 3, Bridgman, Small, and Selner, that are just losing the draft here, the front line, ever so slowly, about a second and a half, a lap or so just goes by, and that's how much they lose. But they don't have as much help, if not really no one but themselves. So they will lose a lot of time. Everybody but the front pack is praying for a caution. I would even suspect people like maybe Jacob Carter and Schaefer are even praying for a caution because not really anybody can't really get around that front foursome of the RKR guys. They are kind of glued to one another. So it would be very tough to try to make a run and go around them.
You see Patrick Starr in the back of Carter's Xfinity car there. There you go. Yes. They got their strat worked out and they just need to. They're
Keep
gonna have
doing
it.
what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Not really much more else you can do at this point whenever you're up front.
If I'm
Just
Carter,
gotta.
I would try to see what to do here.
Oh, I'd start bicycling it, maybe dragging the brake to back those cars up that are behind me up to where, we could get a run and perhaps go to the outside of these guys, start side drafting them, picking them off. And that's really the only way you're going to get around them. Not really, you know, unless you got a plow on the front and got like 200 extra horsepower.
Indeed. I don't know if the 14's a little nervous.
Brandon Moore off the pace, 50 seconds back. Him and Wells, they're kind of in a tandem, it looks like, perhaps. And Brandon Moore and Wells, they are the next two about to become victims of the leaders. Oh, man. Whatever transpired to get Brandon that far off the pace, that is kind of heartbreaking. Now, I think Rongich kind of either knew or saw the 20 car backing up. All the 9 cars got damage, eh? And Rongich backed up to Carter to prevent Carter to make a run. So that is quite intriguing to see. At least that's what it looked like from my point of view. Got to see it from my point of view, Brian.
Yes, we got to see it from your point of view because sometimes it's always right. We know how well that goes.
Oh man, Wells is just like, oh man, I'm getting out of here. I'm a lap down again. I don't want no part of anything that's going on. Just let me be back here in the caboose of this lead pack. That's fine with me, but yeah, Brandon Moore got some damage over there behind the bumper of right where the gas would go in the fuel nozzle, the fuel. What's it called? Oh, green flag pit stops yet again. Man,
Oh, I know all those boys were speeding. Well, some of them.
look
Whoo!
how quickly it occurs. Yeah, sometimes you want to be careful going into pit road and who you're following, because they may speed going into the pits, and it's kind of difficult to judge whenever that person in front of you speeding. Well, you're more than likely going to be speeding. Did Schaefer stay out?
Yes.
Okay, so
So
Schaefer
that
stayed out.
yeah. So the second pack with Philip and Josh and all of them are probably gonna make a good run since Schaefer did stay out. Um, and these boys will close in quick on them.
Well, LaHauler has, or LaHillier, my apologies. Brandon has found the back of Selner, so he is a member of this little pack here.
Yes. You see Josh pushing Phil.
Yeah, it looks like Schaefer has came into the pits, I do believe. Could be
Yes.
wrong. No, he's not yet.
All I know is both Phil and them are coming like a bat out of heck. Yes.
Well, 42 of 84 laps complete. Josh can't seem to hold his own line. Thinks he has to go somewhat anticipate where the car in front of him is going to go. Stop that. Run your own line.
Yes, that's what I say.
You may be pushing somebody, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be going where they're going. My God. Josh, can we maybe critique the sensitivity settings, or I don't know, something. My goodness. I would be very scared, Brian, if I was out there racing around him. No offense, or just I would be sweating a bit more than normal. No other way to put it. Truly, indeed. James back there behind him is just probably like, I'm giving you loads of room because I don't want you to scissor me or anything to that effect. No out of context pun was trying to be put there, but someone will probably go back and listen to that and be like, oh, that didn't sound right. But we're not going to talk about that anymore. As, yes, indeed, Schaefer was just laying around, just chilling, all by himself because he was up there with the front runners. He was part of the front runners at one point. He was the leader for a few laps. And that looks like Schaefer now coming into the pits. He stayed out a few extra laps. That is true indeed. As Bridgman, Small, Selner, they're holding station pretty much up here together. And they are staying out a little bit longer indeed than the front runners as well. So, not really too surprising to see out of Bridgman to do some type of strategy like this. Neither Selner, really all three of these guys, they're kind of ones to try to pull something out of the bag of tricks. And hey, who knows, if it stays green, it just may help them in the end. It's got to be mistake-free. That's the main thing.
Hit your pits and everything right, and you're good. See Phil now exiting.
It's Miller time. Well, yep, there goes Raider. apparently Carter got in amongst the... Wow. So we got some split strategies here.
Ah.
Oh my goodness, I would be making some new rugs. But then I might get the cops called on me, so we should not be doing or saying stuff like that. So we got 2 lap cars in between the first and second place runners. Nothing wrong with that. It's just odd to see because Talladega. And then right behind the second place man, we got some more lap cars. Just odd to see because Talladega. But Philip Bridgman did some weirdness. Either that or his company he kept before going into the pits was not on the same strategy as him or did not know the play call. Something did occurred that all 3 of them did not come out together. So a lot of time lost by those 3. But I tell you what, I believe AJ, I think AJ got a penalty either the first or second time in on the green flag. Probably the second time, right? He was
Yes.
up there. So, yeah, this front running pack kind of got swabbled or like scrambled a little bit compared to who was running up in the front with all these contenders or competitors. But, yeah, we got a 15-second gap back to third place, which, I mean, pit stops are the great equalizer and everything, but not to mention the lap down cars that are amongst the 2 race leaders here, just making the train even bigger for anyone trying to do anything. Looks like some contact made between AJ and Richard Johns going through the tri-oval. Maybe coming out, entering center, exit, something along those lines. But contact was made nevertheless.
Oh yeah. Well, going into this race, Brandon Moore is the points leader. So
By like how many points? Or were you just throwing that out there? Or was there a point to telling me that? Or telling the viewers that? Or you just wanting to get it off your chest or something?
hold on, trying to see how many points back. All I knew was he was going to the points lead. Going into this
Oh,
race as the points leader. There you go.
you kill me, Brian.
Well, he's
Not
ahead
like
of
literally.
he's ahead of Zach by 13 points.
Oh, wow.
But unfortunately, Zach's time of doing has came a little short to getting that chance. If anything, Carter has a shot. No, he wouldn't. What little
Oh,
bit of
Robert Amaro coming into the clutches of the leaders, becoming
oh,
the first driver 1 lap down at the moment in time. Oh, man.
excuse me.
Now he's no longer 1 lap. That still goes to Brandon Moore. Brandon Moore got around him as well.
Well,
Oh,
we're gonna.
man.
Well, we're not going nowhere yet. We're gonna watch this play out. I wouldn't want to do that to Carter. You better, you better, you bet. When I say you better, you better, you better, you bet. They're up there trying to pull the 5. Carter gonna shove the 9.
I was going to say that's not a bad idea, but
This will put Jacob Carter in the lead if he can get back. I seen that happening. Yep, that's a caution.
you don't say. Well then. What do you want me to say here, Brian? Like everybody who was behind this crash, fortunately, it seems to have a pretty big enough gap to avoid everything, it looks like.
Yes,
But
poor Richard.
there was a lot of unfortunate bystanders caught up in this casualty of war, it looks like.
The thing is, and I'm gonna say it right now, if you're gonna side draft, you gotta do it the right way. Don't keep pinching yourself down to pinch them down below the line, because then you get an altercation just like that. But that's just from the broadcaster's eyes of my own seeing, but it could be different in a driver's point of view. But like I said, we see whatever you guys are doing out there. So, I mean, but you're going to side draft, oh, Zach turned into a modified. Poor Jacob. And poor Brandon. But anyway, we'll go ahead, continue.
Lots of people's nights. I wouldn't say totally ruined because generous as the officials were starting this new season, you got 2 quick fixes at the super speedways or plate tracks or whatever you wish to call them, Demolition Derby Fest. Anywho, pit stops are happening yet again, this time under caution for anybody who needs to repair or wants to come in and top off, or maybe get a 4 fresh Goodyear rubbers there. Maybe some people just want to top off. You never can tell. Um,
Who do you want to speak to?
Maybe some James Sellner, or throw me some Jim Coleman's burger if we can. Oh, no Jim. Never mind. I forgot Jim was involved in that. No Jim. Maybe
Oh,
later we can
so,
talk to Jim.
Coleman'sberger wasn't involved in that.
No, okay. I
Yeah,
was
he was.
talking about earlier, but
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
you
that
know
one
what?
thing
Yeah,
that we have
no,
still yet
yes.
to go and look at.
Christ, I gotta scroll all the way up.
Yeah, we still need to look at this wreck that just occurred if you want to, or
I'm already past that. I'll find it. That's alright. We'll go back to this one. We'll review that. That
we
one
can just
with
always delay the caution as long as we want. I mean, it's not like we don't have the power. I mean, what? Anyway, all about the viewers, baby. Got to see these crashes.
see,
I mean,
that looked
what?
like a Raider
Oh
came
man,
down and
came down maybe a bit too aggressively, or maybe just kind of like what you were saying a while ago. Maybe just too that fine line, or maybe just let's get an onboard shot of either Wrongich or Raider. Maybe even John. John might have a good view. I don't know if the 20
yeah.
onboard would do justice because of it. Oh my Lanta.
Who'd you want to see an onboard of?
There's just so many to choose from. It's like take a pick.
Alright, Brian, you're going way too far. Alright, here's wrong inch.
You know, good racing though tonight. Just some things just quite aggressive. Man. Well, the Budweiser and Jack got together. That's always a deadly combination. But, man. You want some Jack in that Bud or vice versa? Bam, there you go.
Yes, you hate to see it.
Just a lot of unfortunate circumstances led to what you hate to see there. And who got the lucky dog or the wave around there? That's just
I don't think it was
Wells.
AJ. Yeah, it was Wells.
It was
Like
Wells, I guess. Looks like it was
yes.
Wells. Gonna have to go with Wells.
If Richard
Maybe
wasn't
next
calling
caution.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Eventually, we can go back and look at the Tyler Myers bulldozing festival at
Nick
some
Rader
point.
calls that one.
I mean,
It wasn't the 20. It was the
just
48.
hard, just really close racing. Just aggressively close, hard-nosed,
That's all it was. It was
slobber.
just
It's a barn burner. Anybody ever remembers watching the WWF
all
back whenever old Jim Ross, you know, you know. Yes, side draft gone awry. Oh, go away from me, bug. Anywho, so we got Schaefer and Carter. That is the front. And man, what a pretty even Steven start at the front row you done had. Man, that is incredible, Brian. You barely see that anymore. What a timely restart. Ernest King, unfortunately, the only competitor out of the race. That was due to the Cats getting into a squabble and unplugging his internet, so his car just grenaded itself, unfortunately. And then Rongich had to go to the garage and fix something. He's back out. Not sure what happened to Richard Johns, but he's
that
two
that
laps.
wreck with the Coleman'sberger and all them.
Okay.
And he's now a lap down.
He was a victim of that.
Oh boy, here comes Josh.
Richard was too before the caution came out. I guess he got by. Man, that was close. Junior almost tagged the wall. He was able to crank her down and not get plowed at the same time. There's old sneaky Phillip. Oh, Jim Coleman'sberger, look at that Michelob Ultra Valvoline car.
See, that's how you side
Brian,
draft enough there to give that person on the bottom enough room to maneuver. Just
Brian,
like that.
There's a lot of beverages.
Yes, there is tonight.
Yes. We got some bottled water for when you get too intoxicated. And we got countless beer suppliers. We even got some Jack. Everybody loves Jack. We got some Valvoline oil, if everybody fancies that. So, Sun Drop in the house as well. Rockstar energy drinks, those things quite disgusting in my opinion, I wonder whatever happened to the Red Bull team guys that used to race here.
They were in Cup. They are no longer here.
They were in the Xfinity Series, I thought.
Yeah, they're no longer here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Anywho, so good side-by-side battles.
Uh,
We
Josh.
have here two lanes of
Oh.
traffic going. Jim Coleman'sberger just saying, all right, everybody wants to go up there. I fancy that. Let me at them. Brandon Moore trying to just be the first car one lap down. Brandon's like, don't let me be involved in it. I'm not a part of this. Whatever's gonna transpire, I don't want to be a part of it. Carter Jr., Schaefer coaching, Bridgman, Coleman'sberger, Nick Rader, Josh Mall, Kyle Heath, and James Sellner.
Yeah.
Almost called him Snellner. Oh,
Oh.
trouble in paradise erupts. Oh, the 54 got turned or maybe tagged in the rear by, wasn't sure who that was. Didn't get a good
Wrong
eagle
itch.
eye. Oh, man, the 88 of Zachary Wrongich sent the bottle of water into a spiral of depression. That is very sad to see. Oh, there was a stack up. You see, the 9 of Brandon Moore kind of had to check up for Coleman'sberger when that occurred. Uh, you had Kyle Heath checking up for that, and then Rongich was like, "There's a checkup occurring." I don't think so, and that occurred. Brandon Moore looks to get the lap back here. Well, 24 laps to go and the caution comes out. I'm assuming the caution is out for what transpired, what we just saw a moment ago. And as you see here, exactly what we just witnessed or saw. The trial was a very tricky place. It's almost like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bend to Kokomo, that's where I wanna go. Well, the question is now, are we going to see another caution? I want to say yes, because I don't think these drivers can make it on this uh, tank of fuel here. So seeing at least one more caution should do it for these drivers. But who still has at least one quick fix in the bank? Who will be able to Days of Thunder it and either get through the smoke or be collected upon whatever is in front of them? Be interesting here on this pit stop to see who goes with what strategies play out. Randy gains a couple of positions there, I do believe. So, man, very interesting. Kyle Heath just says, man, just leave me alone. I feel like I've been bullied the entire time. Just leave me alone.
Don't
Maybe
just leave me
we could talk
alone.
to maybe
Randy? Alright, that sounds good.
oh, okay, yes.
You want to talk to Randy?
Yeah, why not? Never, I don't
Or,
think had before.
or should we not give him that broadcast jinx?
Well, you do you, man. You see what's best to do for you, I suppose.
I would talk to Randy. Hello.
Hello.
Oh my. Hello, Randy.
What's happening, captains?
Oh, don't call me captain. Never been that rank ever before in my life, but it's okay. Um, so Randy, how is it going out here tonight? Currently P2, just trying to stay away from all the trouble. Is that really been the goal? And also, you think you got anything here at the end? Hopefully.
Yeah, of course, it's the goal to stay clean every week, but my luck normally don't happen, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I got a pretty fast Chevy here. Just all how it plays on, where you make you move, where you don't, you know. You can go to second to sixth in a heartbeat.
Yeah, there's a lot of independents, and there are a few team organizations out here. Um, kind of like you said, you could be hero to zero in a blink of an eye. Um, just gonna hopefully. So, how many laps of fuel do you have, Randy? I would like to know.
Uh, right now, I have 21 estimated.
All right, so you're saying you're gonna run out of fuel if it goes green. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, it's
that.
actually it's actually 24.7.
Oh,
So
For
25,
now.
almost 25 laps for now. Yeah.
Yeah.
all
Till
right.
you get going and it changed. So yeah, we may have to pit one more time. See how it goes. Maybe a quick caution.
Well,
Yeah.
best of luck to you, Randy. Hopefully, you don't get the shaft end of the stick. But best of luck to you, man.
Alrighty, guys.
Good to
Thank you.
talk to you.
Yep.
Yes, man.
Yeah. See what happens.
Well, we've already seen one go spinning like a top or like a barrel, doing some barrel rolls. Hopefully, we
You
don't
know
see
what
anyone
we
else.
didn't
But
do?
talk to Nick Rader.
No. Um,
Oh, okay.
but if they get next caution, we'll talk to Nick. Um,
Oh, okay.
our
I
crank it
really
up
want to
part.
ask him. Well, I mean, there's still time. You know, they go green. We could always do it for a couple of laps here
Yeah. Well, sometimes
instead of.
I don't like to, because I know you like to
So,
get a drink and
oh well, caution periods always are able to do that as well. As 21 laps to go, we will see at the start finish line here once the uh, whatever iRacing sedan pace car there pulls off eventually off the embankment onto pit road. I don't want to say it's a Ford. It could be a Tesla. It could be some type of.
sedan.
Yes, that's the best way to put it. But
How's that go?
anywho,
Yeah, you're right. Oh, I'm sorry.
it's really going to be interesting here to see who's going to work with who. Really think Philip is going to shove Randy until he can't shove him no more. Then he's going to try to make a move. But it is anyone's game here.
Randy and Phil just need to work together and set sail. These two need to get a win or get good points. Well, Phil's all right. Randy would have to stay up towards the front here. Um, so if I'm Phil, I would try to stick with Randy for as long as I can, or just dive down like that. There you go. That works too.
I almost thought Randy was going to get left out to dry, but he had a gap there in front of Junior. Incredible that Philip was just like, I've had enough of this. I'm just going to go my own way here. So, coming to 20 laps to go. It basically is a free for all at the front.
I have a
Nick Rader
feeling if they keep it green, they have to pit one more time. I'll tell you that right now, they're going to have to.
stuck on a feeling.
And if I'm Jake, I would pull the hell out of line and fall back.
Yes, pull
And
the
try to
heck out of line and fall back. Yes.
save some fuel. Because that's what Phil's doing. I'll tell you right now, that's exactly what Phil's doing.
Oh yeah,
Phil and
that's more than a
Randy.
beach ball. That's like 5 beach balls.
Yeah, bro. So Carter, Rader, Bridgman, Koken, Junior, Schaefer, Heath, Sellner, Smalls, and then Wells.
Why do you got to put like a Z or an S on the back of small? You just can't say small?
Joshua Smalls.
You just can't say small?
Well, his real name is Smalls.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it is then.
They just forgot to add the S.
Well then,
Because you can like change their names in the
continuity error, I suppose.
yeah. Well, here comes the 23 coming to the outside. Looking forward to getting over there to Phil to attempt that side draft. Just like that. Getting there Raider as the 8 and the 5 get a little Bobby. Oh, please don't wreck him. Oh, God, please don't. Phil, push. Push, Phil. Push. Get away. Get away. Oh. $18 laps to go, Will.
Schaefer with no help is probably going to fall like a rock.
Don't
on the
side
outside.
draft.
Oh, he's got Wells out there.
Yeah, he's got Wells. Wells came back from... Richard Johns is on the lead lap. Yes, he is. All right,
We only got
Richard.
14 cars. 14 cars on the lead lap.
Here comes the 45 to get to the 23. Yes, a checkup is needed there to go into the turn. Because, boy, if you would have hit him in the turn, that car was going to go around. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Oh. That's what I'm saying about with holding the line. You want to be as smooth as you can on that wheel. Because that's your only shot at having a chance to get to the front if you want to duke it out. But if I'm Phil, I'm sitting in a good place. I would stay down. Yes, sir, Tyler. I have some work to do after this race. That's for sure. If I'm Phil, I would stay with the 20. As I tell you right now, Raider has absolutely... Oh, Randy. Raider's the lone wolf out there right now. Right on. Obviously, the races ain't going to be this long, just that this track is so massive, and we, these boys wanted a little bit more laps, so Saturday's the last race, too. They're over at Bristol. Oh, God, that ought to be a doozy, ain't it? 15 to go. So Carter, Rader, Bridgman, Schaefer, Wells, Randy, Stanley, Kyle, Brandon, and Small. Your top 10. Well, I tell you right now, there will probably be a big one towards the end. It's just when and where. When, where, And what part of the track?
Well, it'll probably come from a side draft gone awry again.
Oh, easy, Joe. I mean, I'm upset that Joe ended up being stuck a lap down, but if there is another caution, Will, Joe will get his lap back.
Well,
Joe
he's
was,
right there fighting with Robert Amaro, trying to stay in front of Robert. They both are 1 lap down, and Brandon LaHillier as well, 1 lap down. Don't know how close LaHillier is to the Amaro and Stipe battle, but yes, be on the lookout for that if a caution was to occur and if they're not involved in it in some way, shape, or form.
yes. But now, if Stipe and Amaro get caught in a wreck, LaHillier will be back on the lead lap. So
Well,
in
it's a lot
Brandon's
of
eyes, he's hoping for that to happen. As you see there, Robert Amaro up there, gonna try to get his lap back the hard way, but comes to a stall with the 23.
Yeah, he's the only person up there, it looks like, behind the 23 trying to help Schaefer and going nowhere in a hurry quick as Schaefer's run stalled to a standstill and now dragging him and Amaro behind this bottom lane like an anchor.
Question is, who
Yes.
jumps down pit road first?
Well, who jumps down pit road if they need to at all? Who runs out of fuel if they do? And when does the wreck occur if it does? Lots of ifs there. It's a small world, but with big implications.
Agree, Will. So Carter, Rader, Phillip, Koken, Schaefer, Wells. Oh, I thought Wells was a lap down. No, he's not.
No, he got his lap back.
Yes. And Junior, then Kyle, then Brandon, then Josh. Come on.
Yeah, we
Oof.
got separation.
Look at that run.
Lead front, this lead pack has separated away, and Brandon Moore is leading that backpack.
Ooh, Nelly.
Smalls, Selner, Roy, and the list goes on. That is back there with them. Richard Johns and Brandon LaHillier is in the pits.
I think I know what they're doing.
I think I know as well.
But they're going to be two cars, so now that comes down to because these boys are now going in turns 3 and 4. That's interesting.
Well, we are under 10 laps to go in the BNR Xfinity Series here at Talladega, the Talladega 223. And it has came down to some trickiness of different strategies going on. You got Nick Rader backing way, way, way up. And I'm sure Philip Bridgman's okay with that. But
Oh, look at that run by Brandon Moore and Josh Small.
yes,
Wow, look at that.
a huge, huge tandem getting through the front part of the field here out of nowhere.
Bruh.
The back two
Oh
second.
no. Oh man. That's probably gonna be a caution. Unless they saved it. Yeah, they did.
Well, looks like they kept it up and out of the way, but very unfortunate. Nevertheless, yeah, another one of those things you hate to see.
Oh, all the pitters are coming in now. Jesus. Easy. There, cowboy. Wonder if he got caught speeding. I don't know.
Well, Schaefer and Bridgman and Junior, that is the front three, and also the ones that stayed out along with Kevin Roy, Jim Coleman'sberger, James Selner, and Randy in that 19 machine. Everybody else is either pitted or multiple laps down at this point, maybe a lap down or more.
Yes, he did. The 8 did cut it. Yeah, oh, God did. Well,
Sir, that is the
sorry, it's the
48.
48.
Let's get it right. Yes.
Well, his car shows the 8, but it's the 48. Don't worry, Marley. I said it too. I said, tell the 8 to slow down a little bit. So, ain't got to worry about it.
It's
Selner.
okay, Marley.
Yes, we are not mad. No, never. We can never be mad at our favorite Hawaiian.
Well, yes. Anywho, we have some guys here trying to play it really good on strategy. Number one in that boat, Philip Bridgman.
Mm-hmm. I know what
You
Phil's
got
doing. I know
you got
exactly.
Schaefer, who I don't think's got enough. He's been peeking it in and out and all about, all around, and he made a massive run to the front. Now the 14, he was kind of tomfoolery, indeed, indeed. Uh, the 14, a junior, he was riding almost shotgun of this lead group or pack, but right before Brandon Moore and everybody caught them while they were checking up and doing whatever it was they were doing. But Kevin
5
Roy
laps
now
to go.
on the back, and so is Jim Coleman'sberger. So three guys right there, third, fourth, and fifth, to be on the lookout. The 14 and 23, they are probably using the most amount of fuel, but you never know. Coming to 4 laps to go. Now under 5 laps to go here at Talladega. Long, long time still to go.
I wonder if Kevin or Jim have enough fuel.
Well, I for sure think they do.
Oh, yeah, and the officials, yeah. Richard John's now going back a lap down. Fortunately, his teammate had to come back down into the pits for some odd reason. I wonder if LaHillier got caught speeding. Probably.
3 laps to go now at the stripe. As you can see, Schaefer still your race leader. The 14 of Stanley Jr. right behind him, just stalking ever so slightly. And then you have the 5 of Philip Bridgman in that black pink machine. Then right behind Philip, Kevin Roy. He's just lurking ever so slightly and saving probably as much fuel as he possibly can. And then Jim Coleman'sberger, his buddy. I was about to say his buddy, but Jim Coleman'sberger, I would suspect real good friends.
No, there's Schaefer. He's going to the pits.
Oh, Schaefer is out of gas. Coming to 2 laps to go out of
And there
turn
goes Phil.
4. Schaefer out of gas. Philip Bridgman out of gas in the 5 machine. Oh my goodness. So that now Junior has the lead, but for how long? Kevin Roy and Jim Coleman'sberger with 2 laps to go. Can they get by Junior? I'm sure they can. There would probably be no doubt in my mind.
Randy's pitting.
You can see they're not really trying yet. They're trying to see if Junior's going to run out this lap, I bet. Oh, man. Almost making me sick to my stomach to see what's about to transpire here. Coming to the white flag.
Nope. There you go. All right, Jim.
Oh, man.
He's the last
Jim
one.
Coleman'sberger in the 29 Michelob Ultra Valvoline throwback paint scheme takes the white flag here at Talladega in the BNR Xfinity Series. But does he have enough gas in that tank, in that pickup, in that reserve to just he's got 24 seconds to the good, and it is decreasing ever so slightly. 23, 22. Oh man. Oh, I think he's out. Brian.
I don't know.
No, not quite.
We'll find out right here. Yeah, he is out. He's out.
Oh, it's amazing. This backpack that is coming up, only 20 seconds off the pace, but can't quite get to the lonesome Jim Coleman'sberger in the 29. He's going to do it on fuel mileage here. He is saved.
Did he do it? He crossed the line to winner.
Yes.
He's out of gas. He's out of gas.
Oh, man. He coasted forever. He coasted for at least a good mile and a half, if not 2 miles. Man,
wow.
That is a round of applause for Jim Coleman'sberger in the 29 machine. And look at that battle group right behind him. Brandon Moore, Jacob Carter, Small, Raider, right there, that foursome. Oh, man, great race tonight here at Talladega. You got a bit of everything. You got carnage, you got crashes, you got a tad bit of drama, and you also got suspense. You got pit strategy. You got a lot of fuel saving. As you can see, Kevin Roy trying to push Jim back around to the stripe at least.
I think they're all going to push him back around. Yep. Great sportsman here by these boys.
That is just awesome to see. Had a 24-second lead when he ran out of gas, and then right before the line, it got shrunk down to only 10 seconds. They were coming, but
he completely turned his car off. Carter gonna come up and
he's trying to turn it back on, but obviously it is just completely out of gas. But hey,
he did it though. He did it.
Indeed. 11 cars finished on the lead lap. Schaefer was the last one on the lead lap. Brandon Moore, Carter, Small, Raider. Heath, Wells, Elner, Jr., Roy, Philip Bridgman with that untimely running out of the fuel there like a few others did.
There you go. Come on up over there and celebrate. Let me see if I can And he leaves. That's all right. I always do that, but that's okay. I should have gotten it when he
Gotta
was
be
getting.
quicker than that.
Yeah, no, I should have gotten it when he was getting pushed. Anywho,
Old Yeller.
well, we are going to talk to old Yeller here.
No, I meant like what happened. We were trying to
Oh,
get your picture, but oh well. Oh well.
Mr. Clutch, how are you?
What's happening?
What's happening, man? Just epic race of proportions there.
I didn't
Jim,
screw this one up, man.
no, not at all. You got that virtual trophy. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
that amazing man come back from being involved in a squabble and coming back to just clutching it or uh, popping in uh, that engine off or whatever you transpired to do to save just enough gas to run out timely enough. Where'd you run out? Was it coming
Come
onto
out.
the back?
No, coming out. Right as soon as I came out of four,
Oh, okay.
it
Yep.
sputtered right there.
Wow. So that is a lot of fuel saving you done did.
Well, yeah.
Um,
Thank God I had to take a leak on that last pit stop. So then I came back around, and then I said, "Oh wait, let me put 9.4 in because it kept saying 5.5," and I think that's what did it.
wow. So just yep, thank goodness you had to come back and top off and just make a pit stop of your own there, Jim. If not, you wouldn't have been able to do this. Spectacular race
Yeah,
in general.
and not trying to force to be up front. You know what I mean? I just stuck behind
Exactly.
Kevin and just kept. I was lucky if I was half throttle through that whole run.
You were doing your own thing, minding your own pace, and sometimes that's what gets you in the right spot, Jim. Um, what would you think of the overall racing of the race?
It was pretty good. I don't know what happened to me. I think Tyler might have got into me. I'm
Indeed,
sure
so.
you guys seen it. I really don't know. I'm sure he didn't mean to do it at all. But I think he just bump drafted me and turned me down. And luckily, it wasn't too big of a wreck. But I don't
Did
even know what happened on that other yellow.
oh
Well,
that's all right. You're the important part of this deal right now.
Oh,
not.
absolutely. Yeah, it was great.
That's why I'm glad to call you my Jersey native, because that's just how we are.
Yeah, yeah. And you didn't jinx me this time rooting for me, did you?
No,
I actually
he
picked you
didn't.
to be the sleeper.
Nice.
Yeah, did
You
you?
see? Yes, I did. I said I'm gonna go with Jim.
Man, now I gotta go back and watch. Like I asked you under that first caution. Now I'm very tempted to just. I can't remember that far back for some reason right now.
It happens. It happens, man.
I'm like,
But
I'm gonna have to go with Jimmy. Like, yes, Coleman Spurger.
oh,
I'm like,
okay.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Now I
see,
remember, I
like
suppose.
I told Bro at the beginning of the race, I'm hanging out, having some Jersey pizza, just chilling, one-handed it, you know.
Oh, Jersey Pizza,
Yep.
eh?
Yeah,
The
yeah. I
best
told him to tell
pizza.
you I had a slice for you, but he didn't. I guess he
Oh
didn't
no, he
relay that
didn't.
to the booth.
No, no, he
No,
didn't.
no,
No, he
I
didn't.
I did not relay
That's
message. No,
that's very upsetting, but that's okay.
that's normal Will for you. You know, you tell him to do something and he doesn't. Anyway,
Are
Jim,
you sure you're not from Jersey too?
man, probably in a past life, maybe. Anywho, if you believe in reincarnation. Anyway, Jim, so got anything else you might want to add? Brian, where we at next week? I don't know.
I
I'm about
just
to. We
I just
are.
want to thank Kyle and Kevin for having my back out there tonight, and we tried as best we could to stick together. But Kyle got separated from us on that last caution, and unfortunately, he had a pit, and Kevin dove in the last lap, and I thought it was gonna mess me up again, but thank God I had enough to scoot by.
Las
Uh,
Vegas.
oh, Las Vegas. You gonna be here next week for Las Vegas, Jim?
Yeah, I
He
should
ought to
be here
be. He was
bearing
running for
work.
points. He's in the
What do you
playoffs.
think? What do you think about that bumpy mile and a half out there in the desert?
Um, it's a fun track. I really like it. I wouldn't say I'm great at it, but I'll do some practicing and see what I can do to get up front.
Yeah, go back to Kyle for a moment. I noticed that his bottle of water kept getting popped a couple of times.
Yeah, he had a bad night. I think somebody rubbed him coming out of the pits on that last pit stop. I'm not sure.
Oh,
But
Yes, that
he
would
was a
be.
little upset on our little team channel there, but he calmed down and I'm sure he's happy that I got the win and
Yeah.
all's good.
Well, he's checked up because there's a stack up, and then wrong itch. I guess didn't realize that there was a stack up there, and he just kept his foot in the throttle. And well, at least from our point of view, that's what it looked like. Kept his foot in the throttle, and then that's what that second caution was. They got dumped, and that one was caution. There was that first one that happened when a lot of you guys went through the grass. All the admins were up front, so they should have thrown it. They seen it, but so I'm like, all right, I guess they'll let it play out. I said, well, have a good talk with them. So, but
Yeah, they mentioned that you guys were going to talk because one got thrown, one didn't.
yeah,
But all in all, man, when you're in a race, you can't just sometimes things get away from you.
well, that one wasn't supposed to be thrown. I put my phone because I rest my phone up on a keyboard, so my hotkey for a yellow flag is 0. So when my phone sits there, my phone sits on the 0. And unfortunately, right time, right place. When Kyle and Rongich had wrecked, unfortunately, that's when, you know,
Okay, so let's move your phone to the
left side.
ZXC.
Okay, yes, I think we can do that. Yes, I think we can do that. Anyway, but it worked out for you, though, didn't it?
Absolutely, I'm happy that that 0 is there.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah,
welcome to the playoffs, there, kind sir.
thank you
Uh,
so much.
yes, sir. At least you got it done here. When you were in SRU over there at Atlanta, you came a little shy a little bit, and that was between you and Phil. So,
Yeah,
uh,
thanks, Phil.
yeah.
No, it's all good.
No. Anyway, great run, Jim. You know, it's always nice to see you out here roughing the field up. That's the best part of being from Jersey, I guess. You come out here and rough everybody up. Um,
I try my
anyway,
best.
hey, you know, me and Willie never got to worry about you, so that's all right. We enjoy you guys all coming out. You,
Thanks, man. I
Kyle,
appreciate it.
and all them. Oh, we love seeing you over here. Anyway, Will, you have anything else for Mr. Jim before we send him on his way?
no, Jim answered everything, man.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my wife for letting me do this tonight, and I would like to thank Kyle, Keith, SRU guys for dealing with me, and you guys here at BNR dealing with me too. I appreciate all the fun that you guys give me, and you guys have a great night.
Look at that. Boy, we didn't even have to ask him give your shout-outs because this man knows what to do.
We already did that a while ago, man. You're the
Oh,
one
that's
that's
right. You might
having a
have.
hard time.
Yes.
It's okay.
Get second and third up here, and you guys have a great night.
Hi, buddy. Who was second? Oh, Brandon Moore. Boy, this man just loves finishing in the...
Ah,
Mr. Moore.
what up, buddy?
That's a great way for you to come in and go, ah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, once again, here you sit, P2.
Here we see you. Yep. Again.
Consistency at its finest.
I was just begging for him to run out of fuel. I was like, please.
He did. He did. Coming right out of turn 4.
God.
Or the middle of
See-
4.
See, I knew if I tried that strategy and I knew I was short and me trying to save it, the people who went and pitted and got bunched back up together, low fuel, they would have caught me and just passed me. So I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm doing the opposite of that.
Yeah. He literally ran out in the middle of turns 3 and 4.
Wow. We were hauling too.
Yeah, that's you guys were, what was it, Will? 24, 25 seconds back, and you got it
see-
down.
Yeah, did you see me and Josh freaking hauling from
Yeah, we saw that.
2013 position to freaking the lead?
we sat there. We're like, where the heck did they come from? Well, here they are. So,
We put it 3 wide in the middle, got the start finish line.
oh yeah,
I said, Josh, we're putting it 3, baby. We're doing this.
yes, absolutely. Overall, sir, you did a good job. How was your car tonight? I know you were beaten and nicked up a little bit there. I see.
Yeah, things didn't go good at the first. Yeah, I slowed down to miss the first wreck, and that was fine. Come down the pit, I'm like, well, I'm a lap down, but if I can stay with the lead group of cars, maybe I can get my lap back. And I pit with them, and then I get turned on pit road. Then I have to
Hmm.
sling it around, finally get it in the pit box, and then
Mm-hmm.
go try to play catch up from there. And eventually, it worked out to where we are today.
Yeah. By the way, congratulations on the truck regular season championship. I
Woo!
forgot
You
to
mean
tell you that.
Xfinity?
And yes, the Xfinity.
Did I get truck too? Truck
Yes,
and
you did.
Xfinity?
Yes, you
Oh
did.
my gosh, we gotta burn it down twice.
That's right. You gotta burn it
I should have
down.
burned it down out there.
Yeah, you
Since he
should
couldn't
have.
burn it down, I should have burned it down.
Yes. Poor Jim. He ran out of gas. Jacob pushed him back. I'm like, well, I wonder if Brandon would go celebrate because he won the truck regular season.
Yeah,
And you won this regular season. That's what I'm saying. Consistency is gonna get you to where you need to be. You
yeah,
don't need a win to point your way in. Obviously, we
yeah,
see how that's going with in real life on the
yeah,
cup side.
yeah.
So, but overall, hell yeah, you rebounded really good. I do believe. I would say so.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean,
You and
lap
Jake.
down, you know, yeah, it was good. And hooking up with Jake and Josh, we did a just fantastic. It couldn't have worked out any better. So
Oh yeah.
we owe a lot of credit to them. But I was hoping to do it for Dale and the sun drop. So I figured I'd run the sun
Yes, I was
drop.
digging that. I'm like, no, something new. I like
digging,
that. Digging the
I
sun.
was digging the sun drop. He's going to be running that,
This week,
coming
this
up this
weekend.
week.
Yeah. Uh
So
huh.
I felt it was appropriate to
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
maybe give him some good luck. So I think he'll do us
Hopefully,
good here.
I think he'll be there Sunday, because right after Talladega, he's got to come back over this way Sunday
Yeah.
for North Wilkesboro. So that's
Yeah,
good.
that I kind of felt like Dale Jr. on that one run with Josh on my bumper, just slicing through the field. It felt like Superman.
Oh yeah. Josh learned to push because I taught him how to push.
He
That
done
is.
good. He done really good. I couldn't ask for any more than what he gave me
Yes.
on those pushes.
You
So all hats off to him because he got us to the front of the field to where we needed to be to start that short pit because I wanted to be on in the pit first. I didn't want to be held up by anybody. I wanted to just run down pit road, get a splash, and go, and it worked perfect.
Oh yeah. Um. Overall, what would you think of the racing?
I thought it was pretty fun. I mean, it's Talladega. It's a lottery. And luckily I drew a second place finish out of the pot.
Oh yeah. Next week y'all are at Vegas. I know you're here because you're here every week, so we ain't gotta ask if you're gonna be here or not. You show up
Yeah,
every week, so
I
that's
tried
always
to.
yeah. It's always good to be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like me some Vegas. Vegas will be fun. It's a good track.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
I
you,
can't say I've really done bad at any one particular style of race track this year though. Everything seemed to be all right as a whole.
yeah. Oh yeah. I agree. Um, I asked you your overall performance of the race. Yeah, I did that already. You answered that. Ah, I've forgotten. Normally Will's in here, but he's not
Yeah.
here. He disconnected. I guess his phone died. But
Oh
anyway,
yeah.
so yes. So now that at least at least he got to see the end of the race
So
and
that
all
means
that.
you have to at least one Will like question, like Will would say it.
Um,
In memory of Will.
yes. All right. Let's see. Um, wow. I got to think here now.
Now that sounded like Will.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it did. Oof. All right. Go going into next week at Las Vegas. Those so-called friends that you have who are now gonna be in the playoffs. Does the driving style change towards them going
That
into playoffs now?
that is a good question. I like that, Brian. That's a good question.
You see that? Because
That was
that
a
would
good.
obviously be
Uh,
something Will would ask, but obviously
that
a
is a.
lot different.
I like that. You thought good on the spot too. I put you on the spot, and you come up with a good one. So, I race everybody the same exact way every race. I
Mm-hmm.
race people how I would want to be
That's
raced.
facts.
So
That's
I,
facts.
I I race everybody clean. Obviously I might get tight and make a little mistake here or there, but nevertheless we try to be as clean as we can. So I'm not gonna rough anybody up, for a point here or there.
Exactly.
Not
What's the
it's
point?
not how it's not how I do it. If I can't get in there and get in the final four the right way, I don't want to be in it. So hopefully we can keep bringing out good fast race cars, keep our
Exactly.
pace up, and we'll be there.
See, only if everybody would be like Mr. Brandon Moore, I would be
Yeah.
damned. Oh God. But see, and this is why you get a lot of respect out on track by selected
Yep.
drivers, because the way
Yep.
you put things you and you will like it in return. So,
Yep. Yep. I'll
and
I'll
that
do you good as long as you do me good.
that's
Yep.
right.
That's
And
that's
you've
how I.
always been like that, even on console side.
Yep.
You have.
Yep. I've always been that way because I just know how I like to be raced, and as long as I do that, usually it comes in return, and it 9 times out of 10 it does.
Yes, sir. Anyway, I can talk to you forever because you're awesome. I guess go ahead, give your shout outs, and then we'll go ahead and pull Mr. Carter in here.
All right, I want to thank all the competitors for coming out here tonight and putting on a good show for the fans. Want to thank you and Will as always for throwing on a good broadcasting for them, and thank Josh and Jacob there. They did a fantastic job on being good pushers. Couldn't ask for better people to work with, and yeah, let's just take the momentum on in the playoffs and do the same thing that we did in the whole season, and
That's right.
that should land us where we want to be
In the final four?
in the final
Oh,
four.
four.
We
That's
just
right.
you just gotta be mistake free. You can't make stupid mistakes. Making stupid moves, feeding in the
Yes, sir.
pits, sliding through pit stalls. That stuff can't happen. You just gotta be
I
mistake
agree.
free.
No, I agree with you. All right,
And
buddy. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no,
No, go
I was just
ahead.
gonna, I was gonna say the only thing we don't have to worry about is pit mistakes because everybody out here in every team has a JGR pit crew at their disposal.
Yes. Yes. Yes, they do. Y'all been getting a lot better with pit stops, and that's high fast and getting it back down to where it needs to be.
Yeah,
Especially here.
ain't nobody on the pit crews did a mistake all year. You think that was coded into iRacing or something, but yeah, no drop jacks, no flinging lugs.
Yes. Getting pissed off and slamming stuff.
Yeah, yeah, throwing guns at. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just rambling now. We'll call
Tires
it.
loose. Loose
Yeah,
tires.
loose tires. Yeah, there's no
I.
tires flying off cars.
Uh, well, at least not
Well,
in
they
this
are
series.
if you wreck hard enough. Up cars. I
Yep.
did that once, and it's kind of hard to get back to the pit road missing
Oh
a
yeah, it
tire.
is. Especially if it starts dangling.
Yeah, but
Yep.
let's call it. We'll get Jacob in here. I think Jacob's got some fun stuff to say, as he always does.
Oh yeah. Well, good job, bud. And that's always an honor to have you in here and being
Oh
one of my
yeah.
drivers and admins and stuff like that. It's always good to have you.
Yeah. Thank
Ah,
y'all.
buddy. No problem.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Hello.
I talk a lot, huh? I talk a lot, Brandon Moore. I heard that. I heard it.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm even happier now because you guys did very well. Um, always good to see you lead laps. Uh,
Yeah.
in playoffs for second series at least. So there's two of them you got to go for. I saw you, Brandon, and Josh were working very well that last lap. That's always good. To run down Jim. Jim actually ran out of gas in the middle of
Yeah.
3 and 4 and coasted it all the way till the start finish. Had we done that, I don't know. I can't tell you. My luck, I would have came short. I had to get out, take my seatbelt and Hans device off, and cross the line and pushed. But
Rick
anyway,
Bobby style.
yes, sir. Why don't you go ahead and tell these folks out here? I think Hackett's still watching, as in Bolts fan, and John and all them. Let those people know your overall experience of the race, and we already know you're in the playoffs because you got 5 wins. So
Five.
yeah, 5, 4 or 5. I can't
Five.
remember.
It's four. Four.
4.
Okay. You got me at five. Um. There's not a lot to say. Um. Just we had a good car, and we was trying to keep Nick from winning again.
It happened.
And huh?
I said
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah, it did. And well, we was we was in first for a little bit, and then I was like, "Hey man, I ain't gonna make it on fuel." So Nick, Brandon, and Josh, we all did down the pit road, and I mean we was flying, and we got in there, and glad no mistakes, but I almost slid through my pit box, and I almost crapped myself, but either who. We got it back out there, and me and Brandon and Josh, we was all pushing together, trying to get a run at least on Jim, because he's all alone at this point because everybody pitted.
Hmm.
Um, so we're pushing and we're getting loose. It was fun, and then I seen Jim go from 14 seconds to 10 seconds, and I yelled at Brandon. I was like, "Brandon, he's out of gas! Go, go, go!" And
Yeah.
so I started hitting him a little bit harder, and we couldn't get there. So
No. Well, with as big as Talladega is, you would have figured you guys would at least ran him down at least maybe a little bit before the line. But I guess it was the place and time that he ran out of gas, and you guys were when he ran out of gas, you guys were exactly 23 and a half seconds back,
yeah,
and y'all got it down to 10.6. So that's almost a 14-second difference. So that's always
right.
good. And
When he
even
when he yeah when he ran out of gas, he was on the end of four, and we was on the back stretch, and we was coming.
mhm.
So
Next
um,
week, next week y'all go to Las Vegas.
great
I'm gonna ask,
playoff.
yes, playoffs. I'm gonna ask you just like I asked Brandon. The first question is, what's gonna be your objective for Vegas?
Conserving tires,
That's the
and
number one
don't
key.
don't go out there with a big head,
No, yeah,
and
you're right.
let it let it come yeah let it come to you, and you not run to it. So
hmm The second question is, because even Brandon Moore said this is a great question. Um, now that you're in the playoffs, which is a big congratulations to you, um, your teammates who were out here on the track tonight, is it going to be different coming to the playoffs? Are you going to fight them 10 times harder? Or will
yes,
you help them out? If you get a win, would you help them out at a track
definitely.
and fight
But
them harder?
until I get that win, it's balls to the wall and getting around the track the fastest.
Right on. Yep, that's the
So
easiest way to put it.
yeah,
Um,
so until I get that win or get that next step into the door of the next round, I'm going all in, and I'm going to at least try to focus on me before I start focusing on anybody else.
That's how it should be every race. You shouldn't have to worry about nobody else. You go in there, you drive your own car. They don't drive your car for you. Uh, Always keep that in mind. Pit strategy is always key, so make sure you do your own pit strategy. Like I said, you do very well when it comes to green flag runs instead of stages, because strategy is always a bigger key when it comes to those long laps. Um, and I know that's you prefer that better. Um, no pun intended. Um, Anywho, what was your overall thoughts of the race?
Good clean racing. I can't really complain that much about it, except for the fact where we came out for 4 and I just get completely doored, and then Brandon goes around, hits the wall, and then Richard's over here going, "Yeah, I got my lap back," and I told him to shut the hell up. So, so I mean, he said it wasn't intentional. I didn't look at the replay yet, but it really felt like it was something that could have been avoided.
that
Like
that could have been that hell as well could have been avoided. Me,
it could have.
me and Will said that, but
Okay.
after I get done talking to you, I'll go ahead and get down there and we'll talk with them. Um, but yes, this I thought this race was very well towards the end. Really, I did. Um, well, anywho, you know what to do at the close and end. You know, give your love and make sure you always thank Maddie because she puts up with you and lets you do this.
With my bullshit. Oh,
Bruh.
sorry. PG puts up with my bull and lets me come out here and race and enjoy everything that I have to offer. So, thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all have a blessed Friday, and then we'll catch y'all on
Thursday.
Saturday.
Thursday. We don't race on
No,
Friday.
no, hold on. No. That's why I said Friday, because I hope they have a blessed Friday. I didn't say
Oh.
Friday night. I hope they have a
Oh.
blessed Friday, and I'll see y'all back on Saturday. There you go. And I
There you
also
go.
hope everybody,
That's.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And I
Yeah.
hope everybody has a blessed night tonight. How about that?
That's right.
All
You got it. You mother. Anywho. Anyway. I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Great race, I think. We had one of the big ones early on, but I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight to the BNR Racing Network. My apologies. We will get this fixed. I don't like when the stream cuts out and all that. I hate it. Never pleasant. I hate it. But we want to thank y'all for coming out, and also want to thank TrackCams22.com for allowing us to use the authenticity of the camera angles and the packages that they get. Go check them out. His prices are great. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow night for SRU Truck Series at Daytona. We covered a lot of super speedways this week and a little bit last week, so until then, we'll see you tomorrow, and you guys have a great night, and thanks for stopping in.